Okay, boss, fine. While working with the new JDBC driver, we must need to gather the following information or following details. First, driver class name. Next, JDBC URL and jar file that represents driver class. And for additional information, what do we need? Documentation. So the standard principle till now, whatever the application we have done, we have practiced in that application. We used to hard code this driver class name, next JDBC URL, next database username, database password in my Java application. What is the application where I use it till today, boss? Look at here. Here I am working with Postgresql, and the driver class name to work with my Postgresql is what, boss? org.postgresql.driver. Here I am hard coding. Here also this URL I am hard coding in my Java application. This username also I am hard coding. This password also I am hard coding. Are you getting? Here queries also I am hard coding. Are you getting? So industry never recommends to hard code these values in my Java applications. So the standard principles of a software industry to work with the JDBC and database related Java application is that never hard code any values of Java application that are changeable in the future while developing JDBC application. What industry recommends, boss? Industry recommends it is always recommended to pass driver class name, JDBC URL, database username, database password and SQL queries to the application from where, boss? From outside of the application to get more flexibility and modification of your application. Just I give around the example. Suppose take example, today I develop one application, one Java JDBC application, one Java swing based application to work with the Microsoft Excel. Okay. Tomorrow they say change the properties. Tomorrow they say do not use Microsoft Excel, or they may say do not use MySQL. Tomorrow my company say use Oracle, boss. Use Oracle. But initially I hard coded all the properties in my database selection class. So what I had to do? I had to open that Java class. I had to modify that driver class name. I had to modify that URL. I had to modify the database username. I have to modify that password. Again also I need to modify database dependent SQL queries. Are you getting? To overcome this modification and every time and to avoid inflexibility of the modification of your Java code, industry always recommends pass these properties in some other files, and that files can be modified easily. Okay. Now fine. Let me show you this example application. Example application to work with what, boss? Properties files. Okay. The solution for this, the solution for the above problem is use properties file. Use what, boss? Properties files, or you can call props, or you can use props, or you can use .txt. TXT also will act as a properties file, boss, or .prop will act as a properties files. Do you clear? So example application to configure, what you are configuring, boss? To configure JDBC related database related information in properties file and using in Java JDBC application. Java JDBC application. Okay, boss. Fine. Let us proceed for this. So here let me go for example structure for this. Okay. Let me go for example structure. What is the example structure? In my, suppose an example, in my, what is my drive I am using currently? I am using my drive as a, take example, is a drive, boss. So here I want to use this my Java in my workspace. Let me take this file. Now in this file I want to create, now look at here. Now here. Now in this file I want to create one my example, today's example. Okay. Prop example. Now in this prop example, what I want to do, I want to create two files. One is db props.txt file and my Java application. Take example, select test.java. So this is the structure. Okay. First of all, let me create a folder for this. Let me go to my workspace. This is my workspace. Right click, new, folder, Control V. Here is my folder, boss. My folder is there. In this folder, I want to create what, boss? I have to create one db properties file. And one more my Java class. So let me create the file which contains my all the database properties information. Okay, my all the database related properties. Let me give the comment line. You can use the comment line as a hash symbol. So JDBC driver and database related table details. Okay, fine, boss. Let me give any name, boss. So this is my driver. This will act as a key. I want to work with Oracle. So I want to work with the Oracle. Fine, boss. Fine. Let me give the Oracle driver class name to work with the thin driver. Okay, to work with the thin driver. This is comment line, na? This is the comment line. This is for my understanding. Now this won't be useful for my Java application. I am using now keys. What is my key, boss? First key, my driver. Let me assign the values now. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. Next, hit the enter button. I hit the enter button. Next, my URL. Okay. Instead of this one, you can use some different keys, boss. Oracle driver, na? URL. Next, let me configure the URL now. JDBC : Oracle : thin : @ what was localhost : what is the IP address port number 1521 for the Oracle, and what is service ID ORCL. Okay. Let me use the username. So he's Ora user. What is the username, boss? Scott. Let me use Ora pass or Ora PWD. Fine. What is the password? Boss, I configured. What is the query, boss? Let me configure the query here. My query. My QRY. What I want to do? Select star from. What is the table name, boss? Let me check which table is available now currently. So student was there. Okay, boss. Student. So do verify first. So here is semicolon is there. So let me save this one. Let me save. Where you have to save? We are creating one folder now in my workspace. Prop example. What is the file name do you want to give? db. What is the file name I mentioned here? So here, what is the file name I mentioned? db props. Okay, db props.txt na, db props.txt boss. Take this file name. Let me save here. Let me go to here. Control S, Control V, and where you want to save? Save here in prop example and save here, boss. Fine. So home. Just click on save. Saved, boss. Okay. Save. Is it saved? Saved, boss. Fine. Now let me work with what, boss? Now what? This is ready. Ready now. Okay. Let me proceed for now my Java application. Okay. Now Alt F, new Java. What is the application name? I took select test. Let me make my maybe select test props. Okay. Props select text. Let me go for props select text. Control V. Let me make my class as what, boss? Public. Let me save it. Control C, Control S. Where I will save? I will save in my workspace, and just save here in my props, and just save here. Control V, saved, boss. Saved. Now let me import necessary statements. Import java.sql.star. I don't want to handle the exceptions, so what I'll do, I will throw the exception. So let me load the driver. Now before loading the driver class name, I have to access the properties from where, boss? From that db props.txt na. I have to access these properties from db props.txt. First of all, let me locate the properties file. Let me locate the properties file. So what I will use? I will use file input stream. To use file input stream, I have to import java.io package. So here import java.io.star. I imported. Fine, boss. Let me import one more, java.util.star, to work with the properties now. Let me locate now. How can I locate? File input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream. Let me pass here. What is the file name, boss? What is the file name? db props.txt is there. db to get here. What is the file name I configured here? db props.txt, or you can see the same file name here. Not this one. Let me close this. So in this one, db props.txt, boss. Okay, fine. Let me go to my Java application, db props.txt. Now next, what I have to do? Load the properties file. Load the properties file data to where, boss? To my java.util.properties class. Properties class object. So what do we need? I need properties class. So here properties p is equal to new properties. So in this new properties, what I'll do? P dot load of. What I want to load? I want to load file input stream. This reference I am loading here. I loaded, boss. What I will do? I want to read the data from this P. So here, read the data from properties. Who is pointing properties? P is pointing to properties, na? Okay. Properties P object. So now P before reading. So how can I get the property? You can get the property by using get property. Get property. Now here to pass your keys. What are the keys, boss? I want to load the driver. Ora driver. Okay. So here is Ora driver. Do you clear? You should bring in string format everything. String. This is my S1, boss. I took S1. Fine. Or driver. Dry. Okay. Next, what I have to call? One more string for my URL. So here is URL. P dot get property of what is the driver class? What is the key, boss? There. What is the key? My URL. I think so. My Ora URL. Okay. So what I have to configure here? Ora URL. Next, let me configure what, boss? Let me work with the user. Okay. User is equal to p dot get property. Now here what is the key for user? So here is Ora user. Ora user. Fine. Let me next let me get the password. PASS is equal to p dot get property of what I have to configure here. What is the password, boss? So here is Ora PWD. Ora PWD. Let me configure here now. The next string. Let me get the query QRY is equal to p dot get property of. Let me configure here. What is the query name? My query. My QRY. So my query, boss. So I got all the keys and values. Fine. Now let me load the driver class name. Class dot for name. What should I pass here? DRI. Are you getting, boss? Next, what should I do? Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection of. Driver manager dot get connection of. What should I pass here? I have to pass first URL, na? URL, comma, next user, comma, next pass. These are my local variables. Look at here. Can you see here? Okay, boss. Fine. Next, what should I do? Let me write the JDBC persistent logic. What is this, boss? Create the connection. What I'm doing here? Create JDBC object or connection. Now write the persistent logic. Now what should I do? Let me create the statement. st is equal to con dot create a statement. My statement is ready, boss. Ready. What I have to do? Let me execute the query by using what, boss? Result set rs is equal to st dot execute query. So what should I pass here? QRY. This is the variable, na? So this variable I am passing here. What I have to do next? Let me process the result. So here let me pass while rs dot next of. So here let me process now. So let me check first. Where is my SQL plus, boss? So here username is what, boss? Scott. Password is boss. And here select star from student. Okay, boss. SNO name SADD is there. Now here system dot out dot println. Now here let me use tab, and here is plus operator, and here is plus operator, boss. Okay, boss, fine. Rs dot get int of first, next rs dot get int of, no, it is a string. It's a string. So let me use string. Next, what is the third column, boss? Third column is SADD, means string. So here, let me go to last. Rs dot get a string of, rs dot get a string of 3. Let me close the resources, close the objects. Next, what should I do? Close rs dot close off. Next, st dot close off. Next, what should I do? Close con dot close off. Okay, boss, fine. My Java class is ready now. Okay. Okay, boss. What should I do? Let me compile the Java class. Let me compile my Java class. So here is cmd java c props select test dot java. Could not find or load main class. So here java c props select test dot java. Compile successfully. Successfully compiled. So here java prop select test dot select test. Now here oracle dot jdbc dot driver. So it's spelling mistake, boss. Let me load the driver class name. So here, where is that driver class name? So here jdbc. It was error oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver. So here jdbc colon oracle colon thin colon localhost colon 1521 orcl. Let me rerun now. Now you can see invalid character. Where, boss? Okay, I give a semicolon. So semicolon removed. Again, let me go for CLS. Now I can expect the result, boss. What are the changes I made? I removed, it was semicolons there. So I removed that semicolon. Okay, semicolon was there. Huh? I removed that semicolon, and the typing error was C was missing, and I added C. I added C, boss. Right? Fine, boss? Okay, fine. Now, let me compile and run same stuff. So compile and run. Can you see here? Just check your result and compare. Okay, fine. So these are available in my same folder, in this folder, prop example. And here I took what was 34 in this one. Fine. At last, compile and run. Compile and run. How to compile, was? This is the way to run. Compile. Okay, and this is where to run. Okay, boss, fine. So here is my dbprops.getText. You can take any file name. It is not mandatory that we have to use different or same. You can use any file name. And this is your Java class. This is your Java class. Okay. Fine, boss. Fine. So okay, boss, fine. Next, what shall you do? Should can you perform one assignment? Guys, I want to give an assignment to you. Huh? Hello? Will you?
Yes, sir.
Swing based.
Yes.
Swing based, boss. Huh? Can you? Okay, boss, let me proceed for assignment now. Now, what the assignment for today is, let me go for point and let me draw the assignment. Kumra will do. Okay, boss, this is assignment now. So, this is my swing frame based application now. Okay, and here it contains some buttons. No, text fields. Second text field. This is second text field. And this is what was? One more third text field. Okay. It contains 4 buttons. It contains how many buttons, boss? 4 buttons. This is 1. This is 2. So this is 3. And this is 4th. Okay, boss, fine. And I'm having a database here. Okay, boss. And it contains records. It contains records. Now this is my string Java application, so let me use some different color. What was here? This is swing frame. Swing frame window. This is what was database software. Database software. Fine. And here let me give the labels. Let me use somewhat red label. Here is student ID. Student ID. Let me give here student name. Let me give here what was. So here let me give what was address. Okay. And here I need somewhat orange color. Insert. Next update. Delete. Select. Okay, or view. कोणतं? नाही, सॉरी बॉस. चेक करून घेतला असेल तर माझ्याकडे नाही दिलेलं. View. Okay, fine, boss. So this is the operation you have to perform, and you have to perform this bi-directional. Okay, so here is my paint. Okay, boss, fine. Let me use the table here. So here is my table is there. Print screen. Alt F new array. So here new paint, Control V. So here what I'll do, I'll select this one So this is my student table. Copy and paste into. I'll paste into here, boss. Okay, boss. Fine, I got it now. Clear? Do you clear, boss? What I done? Means you have to perform insert, update, delete, and view. You have to perform all these operations now. See here, what do we need here? So this is the student table, boss. Student table. Okay, boss, fine. So this is the assignment for you guys. Assignment. Can you do this? When? When, boss? When will you complete? Huh? I'm expecting tomorrow.